Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today I'm doing a tiny little mini haul of some textures that I picked up from I guess this store is called Kawaii. It is a little pop-up store that's in my city that is selling all different kinds of Japanese things, essentially, like makeup and toys and little keychains and all of that sort of stuff. You might recognize this sort of store. In other states they have stores called Morning Glory or Orange Story, and they're very similar, just very, very Japanese kind of stuff. I don't know if these two particular items are Japanese. I can't read Japanese, unfortunately, but it looks like it to me. I picked up this set of 12 watercolor textures. Now, I thought when I saw these that these were going to be water-based textures, and they were just a little bit of translation there. And then here is a set of color changing pens where you get a set of pens and then a white pen that you do over the top, and that makes these change color. Now these are great. These are interesting. These actually turned out to be watercolor pens, which I have only seen a little bit. So they're pens that you draw normally and then you can put water over them. That's why I've brought some water and some brushes, and they will turn into watercolor. Now I have tested these out. I'm just going to show you the swatches that I've done. Swatch of each one, and then I picked up a little bit of the colour and then sort of dabbed it next to it to see if the colour moves. So as you can see, I've put each of the colours, they're not labelled, so I've given them kind of a sort of regular name, and then I did a little bit of sort of practice down the bottom. This isn't watercolour paper, so that's why the paper just kind of went a bit dodgy, but as you can see, they do become watercolour. It's really strange. I've never had a set of textures that does this. So what I'm going to do today is I was going to pick out an artwork from this book that I've got underneath, and we'll do it with both of these textures, and I might speed it up if it goes a bit long. So to start with, they just look like a regular set of textures. So try not to knock my coffee over there. Pull them all out. As you can see, just normal, average, everyday marker or a texture, regular looking little nib end. Put that back on. And then these guys over here, I have opened these already, so that's fine. They don't look as nice. Oop. And these are the color changing ones. There's the white one, and then all the colors. And these have a a wedge tip, so like an arrow kind of wedge tip. So that's always nice. So let's put those to the side. These guys can go to the top, and we'll pick a picture. Now I did grab a couple of the ones out of this book that I've done. It is a pad, so they do come out. So I've done this one. This I did in pencil for like the hair, and then I took a set of gel pens that I did in another video, and I took them and picked out all the little individual things just to kind of make them bright and cheerful, and I did that all over, so it's all these little tiny cute things in her hair. I thought that was really adorable. And I did this one just in pencil, and a little bit of highlight I think for the flowers with a gel pen. But yeah, I think this one turned out really pretty as well. But we're going to pick a different one for today. This book is called Dream Colouring. It comes in a set, and I believe they're made by Hinkler. Yeah, Hinkler on the bottom. They do a couple of different ones, and they're a box, so they come with a pad as well as a set of coloured pencils. And the coloured pencils are quite good, so if you see these sets in your Big W or something like that, I'd recommend picking them up. Let's pick a picture. So as you can see, actually, if I chuck it that way, it'd probably be easier. Each page is one-sided, and you get a cool design. I'm trying to look for something that's sort of a bit easy, maybe like this one. So after much deliberating, I've decided to do this one. I'm going to take it out of the book because of the fact that, one, it's not watercolor paper, so it will leak through to the one behind it, and two, it will be a bit easier to see without a giant pad in the way. So if I can, it'll come out pretty easily, which is handy. that to the side. And I just thought this might be really pretty to do. So make sure I've got no packaging in the way, and we'll pop my brushes in the water to get them started. And we're going to decide what we're going to do. So I thought maybe I would do the flowers with these guys to start with, and then the rest of the hair and her face with the other colours. So let's get started. If you think of a flower, the part of the flower that faces the sun is where it's going to be the brightest. So what I wanted to do is kind of this area a bit lighter. And as you can see, just brushing over the top of the red brings out an orange. These packets was $2.80, so for a little more than $5 I got 2 sets of textures. I wasn't complaining. Now the next part I'm going to do is the watercolor, so I might just set up for that. Let me just pop the focus onto auto so that I can bring this up close. And as you can see, it does allow you to watercolor, which is really strange for a set of textures. So this is my review of the colour change pens and the watercolour markers. I found them really interesting. If you do see them around, pick yourself up a set just for some fun. Thanks so much for watching. Have a sunshiny day.